You are live. We on the YouTubes. Alright, very cool. Alright, looks like I got. Not sure the one viewer is just kind of me on the testing, but we shall see in a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and share this in my server and the face of books. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go to share, and we got the copy link. Well, actually, I meant, well, yes, copy link. Let's go to copy. Let's do messenger. Yes, no, maybe. Copy messages. When did they take out messenger from being a thing? Oh, never mind. Chat. They named it chats now. Alright, sent it to those places. And we'll, yeah, copy the link as well. With my live commentary and a live anniversary commentary. Wait, live commentary and analysis. Reading 10 years of MLPZ. Come hang if you'd like. Do. Alright, so I'm apologizing to the people in the server for like saying I'm sorry for 3 pings. Cause I know they're sick of me like just ping. It's like 3 pings in the span of like hour, I guess. Yeah, cause I did 11:08 and then another one. Sorry for no activity yet, guys. If anybody actually is watching. Gonna go another self-promote and hit that there piece. We're gonna copy it from that word for word. Just take out the gotta take out the actual add everyone. And boop. And copy it from there. And we're gonna go to this server. And we're gonna boop. And self-promote here. Boop. And why not? I'll just paste it right here because reasons. And another friend chat. And then I'll just share it also on Facebook. Paste that. Post. Share to my story. Oh, right, you guys could hear that ping and that notification sound. I am sorry. Let me turn down that stuff. Alright, looks like we might have someone drop by. We might have one of the boys come through. Oh, we went from 1 to 3 viewers, possibly? Just gonna give it a bit more time to iron out here. I'm just sharing to different platforms. Gotta share this to my group, my Facebook, like the page in the support page for my channel. Go to more options. No, not more options. Go to let's do the this on your page. Boom. And paste. And share now. And go to share to pages story. I think it shared to the, let me see. Oh, there we go. Alright, share that in the story too. And before I forget, I'm gonna share my dedicated post to Smash over on my Facebook. So we'll do that super quick. Oh, Mood FM said this makes me feel old. Man, you don't understand the half of it. But welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. How you doing? Oh, oh, I forgot that my laptop sound is still on too. I'll take care of that, guys. Let's photo. And we got a post. Alright, just still doing a bit of marketing here. Advertising is the word I'm looking for. There's gonna be a timestamp for this where it's gonna be like after it gets uploaded, it's like video starts at like 10 minutes in. Oh jeez. Okay. Share to my story. Yes. 2-year anniversary for Ultimate. Because it just kind of happened to fall on the same day. Oh man. I'm gonna say it now so it'll be proven that it was said before December 8th, but December 7th, because it is December 7th, 2020, 11:54 p.m. my time. Happy 2 years anniversary to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like I've typed up a whole like story basically in my Discord server if you want to know like the whole um TLDR-ish way that I feel about Smash, especially this year. But Ultimate is just such a huge deal. It's a game that is just stacked with content that we did not deserve. Everyone is in the game that was ever in Smash as a playable character. Every fighter in history is in the game, plus like 20 more people. It's insane. Like Sakurai didn't have to do it for us, but he did it for us. and because of his genuine love for gaming and wanting to bring together so many different worlds into like under just one different moniker. So it's like it's crazy. So thank you, Mr. Sakurai, and thank you to every development party that had a part in it. Bandai Namco, HAL Laboratory, Nintendo themselves, and so many others in your respective places. Thank you. That is my like 2-3 minute tribute to Smash Ultimate in this stream. Are we gonna we're gonna switch over to my own series here in a bit here. I was just sharing this post to my main page, like the Smash tribute post to my page. I assume it's gonna share the pictures over there. And then we're gonna do the story. Alright, my sprite series. I'm gonna just go here. Okay, cool, it did share. Oh, it just kind of shared the entire thing. I just kind of like made extra words. Alright. People are probably coming through here and saying, like, man, this has just been 12 minutes of this man just not talking. And then when he talked, it was about Smash, not even about his thing. Alright. Oh, my boy. Like, he was, because I was texting him about the stream itself, and he was saying that he remembers it. And he was saying that, like, he was saying it was sick, and I did all the voice acting. Thank you. Because I did do a separate voice acting vid too. I was thinking of that. Anyway, we're gonna focus now. So yes, everyone who is here, whether it only be one or if it is more, or if you're watching in the future, welcome, 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 welcome to my 10-year anniversary tribute live commentary and analysis for my sprite series Mario and Luigi Plan Z. This has been a video I've been looking forward to doing for a long time. I wanted to do it in a pre-recorded format and upload it so I could do all my proper editing and really be able to show a bunch of different little B-roll references to things I can actually show you guys. While while you could hear my voice, you could be able to see some very different visual interest. But because my work ethic has been trashed this last quarter of the year, that didn't become a thing. I mean, but also I've been just busy with work in general though, because you know we in a pandemic, so people are crazy in these stores, and I be working them hours. I do, but we are we are here now, and I'm glad I'm going to be able to do it this way at least. I'm going to be able to do it in a way that I've learned to really make my own. Because if we really being real, my channel has become a stream channel in this last year or so. Like there's really no way of like arguing that because it's just kind of facts. I'm bringing up my tablet so I can listen to myself at the same time. Let's unlock that. Don't mind when I get silent. I'm sorry. I need to get better at that. Where's the headphone jack on this thing? Because I'm using my new Samsung tablet I got out of my layaway. It's that holiday time of the year. Oh, I got a like. Thank you for whoever liked the stream. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm sorry you're witnessing this jumbled mess. When I get myself a little more situated, I shall actually get to switching it over to my face. But I was getting my earphone in for the other ear. Let's see. Let's. What am I let's seeing? I don't. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, we're just going to the Wi-Fi. God, Darshean. Okay, yeah, it already connected to it, so that's cool. YouTube. And we gotta. Alright, switch the account over. And we're gonna. Here we go. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Cause kind of should ask that. 14, 17 minutes in. Listening to it in my other ear, I probably could afford to turn it up a little bit. Like my mic audio, I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up at just a smidge. Properties. Go to 4 instead. Minus 4 dB. Minus 4 dB seems good. Cause the earphones I have in also aren't the greatest, so that could probably play a part in this. Alright, but I am situated. I was trying to find the actual video file so I wouldn't have to keep uh having to buffer through stuff. Oh, now I want to search the computer for the video file. I was typing Mario Luigi playing Z on this PC, and now it's searching. Well, that's searching in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and just bring up the playlist and do things, and I'm gonna get the keyboard, and I'm gonna switch the source over to this. What's good? Adjusting my seat so I'm actually level. Webcam is like a little bit over, I think. No? Yes? Maybe? Because I'm using that this close into the. Oh well, it's fine. Do 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 do. Responding back to the boy. Alright. to the birthday boy actually. I just won't I just won't say his name like unless he doesn't care. But anyway, you guys see this here at the bottom? I might go to this. I'll go to this source now and see. There we go. I might even make this put in the middle. This. I'm trying to figure out where to put these words at so it's just not super invasive every time. Yeah, welcome to the playlist of a whole 3 videos that I had for my series back in the humble year of 2011. Because I put the MLPZ opening Dragon Soul as the first one, and then the episode 1, part 1 of 2, with the Dragon Soul intro. I'll talk about like how I actually frame that title in a bit. And then I have the Mario Luigi Plan Z episode 1, part 2 of 2 preview. Because like I had in the description over here, I did as like I was wanting this to be like the first kind of season of the show, and it was going to be the first 10 episodes. Ambitious because Super Mario Brothers Z didn't even get 10 episodes, and that's what this series was heavily inspired by. Like the GOAT, Alvin Earthworm himself with Super Mario Brothers Z, single-handedly took over like Newgrounds and like started a Mario DBZ crossover animating um like phase on YouTube for years, and people are still creating sprite animations to this day because they were inspired by Alvin Earthworm and other people who are just as talented who've been making their own various works. I just happened to be one of those kids back in 2009 or so that was also inspired, and I wanted to make my own thing was that also had a lot of elements of DBZ was mixed in with like Mario and Sonic, and that's what brings us here tonight to talk about said creation. Because like I have in my description, Mario and Luigi Plan Z, it really is like just an just a like a time capsule and just a perfect encapsulation of like everything that I come to really love in this time. Because I had already loved Mario and Sonic in general, but and like I was always kind of like I liked Dragon Ball Z, but I never really knew much about it, and I couldn't really call myself a genuine fan of it. Because I actually I remember I actually remember that I think it was during like the Androids saga, and Dragon Ball Z usually isn't really known to have like a lot of gore if you really think about it. Or like gore or like blood. Like it had blood, but it's tame compared to other anime. But child me, let's say I was like maybe 7, 8. I was like extra squeamish. I did not like the blood that came from their bodies. I'm trying to think if it was actually the scene where like Dr. Gero punched through Yamcha. I'm trying to think if that was the scene that scarred me. It honestly might have been that, because it was something in that saga that that just kind of scarred me for like a while of like really watching it, because I was like, oh Jesus, it's always like this. Oh, that's so bloody, and so, oh, insert child squeamishes here. So for a long time, I just didn't really watch Dragon Ball Z like that, but like I knew of it. Like I could tell you the names of the characters and like what really the series like what the series really was and like who villains were. But I can't really say that I had watched episodes and I could like recite scenes or lines or whatever. It wasn't until 2000 in if it was either in the 2009 or 2010 itself, where we get closer to Inspiration Year, Dragon Ball Z Kai came to when I was aware of Nicktoons Network. It came on the Nicktoons time slot, and by this point, I was like I was getting like I was starting to get more interested in Dragon Ball Z because of different things like actually playing the games like Dragon Ball Z Budokai on the PlayStation 2 and Budokai 2 on my GameCube I had. So and then of course the goats as well. Team 4 Star with Dragon Ball Z Abridged. This was a time where I had where like besides watching Super Mario Bros. Z and so many other different sprite animations that inspired my own series, Dragon Ball Z Abridged became a thing, and I I loved how they were able to take the source material and just put a comedic spin to it, but it was still enough storytelling in it that you got the general message of what was going on. So I knew what was going on in Dragon Ball Z lore, but there was still a whole lot that they were cutting out. So as is what is called a bridge. Viper, yo, what's good? He said, oh yeah, the bad game. I love. What's good, Viper? Welcome to the stream. Wait, the Budokai games were bad, bro. TFS is probably the definitive way to watch a three sagas with DBZ. That's what I'm saying. Like that's how like over so like when I started watching Dragon Ball Z abridged and like I watched Kai up until the end of the Frieza saga, I think. Cuz I think I like seen bits and pieces of the not and well yeah that would be Android saga. Yeah. Like the like there were bits of the Android saga I think I've seen clips at best for like the official Kai version of that saga. Wait, did you? Viper says, boy, I said hentai a while ago. What? Did it? I don't see it in the chat replay though. The first comment that I see on here says, excuse me, it says, oh yeah, the bad game, lol. Unless it's over here. Yeah, no, I don't. Nah, it's not there. Oh, he DM'd me the same. What? How? I'ma show y'all this. Hold up. Webcam only. Look at. Apparently, apparently he did say it. Will that focus? Will that autofocus? It probably won't. Uh, that that smaller word there. That's his entry message of always saying, of always saying hentai. Where's my source? There we go. Either way, we welcome you, Viper. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kai is how I really got super interested in Dragon Ball Z because it took out the it effectively took out both the filler and it even took liberties of taking out like a lot of the blood. But I think the Nicktoons airing of it is probably like the definitive way to see Kai because I think if you watched it on oh Jesus, what is was there like a it's not was it 4 kids? 4 kids dub, I think? Like the other slot that it aired on that they censored things even further because because they made Mr. Popo blue and like they didn't even show certain scenes that Kai did that Nicktoons Kai did like certain hits in the right way. I don't it was weird. And Viper's like, I won't break tradition. I was thinking you did because the first comment I see is like, oh yeah, the bad game. It's like, oh, he didn't say the thing. Read, read numbers. We're- Viper, no. You keep directing my viewers to try to corrupt minds and read things. I mean, it's not corrupting minds, but like we trying to keep it PG here, my guy. Where's because I'm seeing that I'm consistently getting in the red, so I'm gonna lower my mic volume back down a bit. And then Viper was saying he changed color for the same reason Jenks did, because of hypersensitivity, basically. But we ain't getting into that. We were talking about that Dragon Ball Z Kai is a big influence for Mario and Luigi Plan Z, because Dragon Ball Z Kai I watched consistently from the very first episode, introducing the evil brother Raditz, and all the way into Frieza, and when Goku defeats Frieza on Namek, and when Goku uh we didn't know he did, but he escaped Namek in like the very decisive moment, and etc. etc. And Viper was saying, if you ever do another singing stream, sing Danny Don't You Know by NSP. He said, yes, the canon reason to how Goku escaped was the muffin button. Yes, that is how he escaped. Um, it was not due to any other. What is the how did he actually escape though? Because like was it instant transmission? Cause I thought he didn't learn that until he went to Yard Rat. Did he go to Yard Rat in the filler before he went to Namek? I feel like he went to the place with the aliens before he got to Namek. I don't know, bro. If he escaped via muffin button. I feel like instant transmission was the canon way that he got out of the TFS's way was they're saying, yeah, the muffin button because it created a muffin uh shield to give him air and food all the way to Yard Rat. He says Yard Rat in a bridge. I don't know. But we're getting off topic. From the beginning to like the end of the Frieza saga is is where I mainly watched the original run of Kai, and then they did do the Android saga and then the Cell saga, and then wait, no, wouldn't it be just that's four? Are the androids in the Cell saga like just one? Cause like technically there's like five or six, because it breaks up the Ginyu Force as a saga, and then like Frieza as a separate thing. It's like it's all Namek, but I don't know. Because it's androids because Nappa and Vegeta, and then we got Namek, we got Ginyu Force leading into Frieza. Then we got like androids, but it's like Dr. Gero was 16. No, not 16. Dr. Gero 19. 19. What was the clown looking one's name? 19. I'm pretty sure 19. Which led into 17, 18. So like the androids. So it's I don't know. It's like five or six of them things. Android and Cell Saga are all pretty much the same saga because they tie into each other. That's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, lump it into one. But that's basic. But I know the whole story of like the main like the main arc, the main Z plot because of a bridge, really. Like I always knew of how the events panned out, but seeing specific situations go the way they did, it was because of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. First because of Kai, and then Abridged came and filled in some holes that I hadn't gotten to yet, and then um and then this and then taking what I had learned Excuse me, guys. My dad came to the door. He left his glasses in here. All right, where was I at? Yeah, I was saying that that well, really, I knew of the original kind of the main parts of the story because of Budokai, because that's where I really learned different things. Budokai actually, I think that's where I first saw the whole Frieza impaling Krillin thing, and that scarred me for a while. So like I think originally Budokai is how I knew is how I came to learn the story because I only seen bits and pieces of it from VHS tapes that my dad owned, and then uh brain work. Then it wasn't until Budokai where I played the game based on the story that it showed various things. That no, I'm not gonna get into detail. I was gonna say that mini game that you have to control Raditz to get into the center for Piccolo's special beam cannon. Anyway, that's because that is Budokai showed me the main story first up until like the Frieza parts. Well, it showed me as much as it did because it cut out a lot because it was a condensed version of it, even more so than abridged, really. And Viper said because Cell is also technically an android as well, but also not at the same time. Yeah. And then what else was I saying? Basically, just repeating what I was saying. That my collective knowledge before Kai was a mixture of the Budokai games, um, well, bits of VHS tapes, the Budokai games, and that was really it. It wasn't until um Dragon Ball Z Kai and then Dragon Ball Z Abridged that I really became a full-on fan of DBZ. Cause I'd always enjoyed like the action of Dragon Ball Z, but not so much the blood. So it's like I knew of the action and like respected the series a lot, but like I wasn't really into it back then until uh well really Super Mario Bros. Z also this is what influenced my interest to really see what the hype was about with main Dragon Ball Z. And then years later, we come into our own series, Mario and Luigi Plan Z. I think that's enough exposition. Let's go ahead and start reacting to our OG series. What did my window pull up? I was searching for the actual file just so I could like watch the video directly and not have to waste data. Here we go. Open file location. Where is this located at? Oh, it's just in that folder. Oh, okay, I'm done. Let's go to desktop. I'm gonna make a new. I'm gonna make a new source in OBS. So we gonna get to watching, my boys. Well, I'll still pull it up on the page because it has like the timestamps that are actually kind of important. Um, weird. I was going into the folders and it didn't actually have the. Oh no, there. We got it. We got it. VLC OBS. Let's make a window capture. VLC media. Hit OK. gonna go to you. Okay. We're gonna make you fit to the screen. We're gonna fit to, yeah, as I said that, fit to screen. Oh, also, Viper says, but not to be confused with Super Mario Bros. Z. No, definitely not. It says, which by the way I heard is getting remastered. Hype. Yeah, man, that's been a thing for a while. Cause he uploaded the original like remaster episode 1 back in 2016, and the animation is so crazy good. Like he went from animating sprites, like animating them the way that they look, like he is constructing an anime. Like like it's not even just a sprite series. It's a sprite anime now because he had his hand, well, not hand draw. He had his digital drawn images in there mixed in like the latter episodes of SMBZ. Because like from episode like I want to say like 5 or 6, where like he had the close up drawings of like Mario, Sonic, and Shadow, and Fire Sonic, dude, Fire Sonic is so hype. Oh my god. And the Vibe says, so when are you gonna remaster your series? That's honestly something I've been thinking about for the longest of times, because I feel like since I've actually gone to college now and gotten an associate's degree in animation, I feel like I've learned more than I did when I was a kid animating this, when I was uh 13, 14, which, crazy, little factoid there, because when I go into the windows here, when I go into the actual files, let's see. If you go to Luigi Plan Z files and then go to, I will show you guys this. Let's let's go to there should be a Windows source that I made. That's VOC Media. That's the browser. Where's the Windows source? Oh, it's probably the browser only. Yeah, hold up. Window capture, add existing window. Boop, boop. Now you can see it. Just gotta put you down here. But yes, alright. Where we have in the episode 1 breakdown right here. Because if we go to sort by date modified, it kind of gives me a breakdown. If you look at this, I'm pretty sure you can see this. I can probably make it a little bigger if you can't see it. I used a magnifier, I guess. I wanted the magnifier will work this way. Uh, I think it just magnified like my screen. Because I'm doing zoom in now, zoom out now. Yeah, it's just showing my screen. Yeah, it's just magnifying my own screen. But you can see these dates. The first episode title, 2009, December 5th, 2009, and then where I did episode 1 introduction, because these are two separate things. Because episode title, and then because this is actually the very first like rough I did in terms of having the what is it, the episode picture, like that would show up after like the intro. Let's go to the different source here, browser only. Oh wait, it pulled up a whole different photo gallery. That's okay. Excuse me. Open with photo. Would it be photos? That's a whole separate thing. Oh, just hit preview. There we go. So that was the first like rough I had for the episode title. But I'll show you what it actually evolved into when we get into this. The long-winded answer of saying when you're gonna remaster your series. I've been thinking of like going back and starting with like various scenes, like starting with going back to like the what I did with the trailers in the very beginning, like the first videos that I made on like in October 30th, 2010. Like I was gonna go and fetch those specific scenes and see how I can make those better and try to reanimate those. And then the actual opening animation, the opening intro that plays alongside Dragon Soul, I was gonna see if I could use like the full TV size version, cause the one that I think aired on Nicktoons, it started out with the mysteries abound, made of a deep energy, but the full TV size one, like it started out with the dun 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 dun, don't stop, we're in luck now, don't stop, and, like, and it basically does the end of it, and then it goes back into the free your soul, mysteries about it. Like then it goes into it. I don't even know how I got into the the actual lyric part of that, but yeah, my opening animation is alongside. No, I was talking about like what version I used. Yeah. But yeah, enough of my blabber. Let's go ahead and be watching stuff and talking about it. Cause how I'm gonna break this down is I'm gonna watch like each scene in full, and then I'll go back and like tell you guys little things about each part, or like about each scene. So we're gonna switch this back over to the discussion source. We're gonna minimize this. Wait, even when I minimize it, it still just shows there. It's so weird. All right, so let's get rid of window. All right, but let's move video files. There we go. Episode 1 and then part 2. They have prototype in the names of it. What? I mean, it matches up because like this says 12/6/2010 and this says 5/2/2011. Because I don't think I uploaded the part 2 preview until like October 2011, which is very consistent with like the actual trailer in 2010. That's actually kind of crazy when I think about it. Alright, but let's go ahead and start this off. Oh god, VLC media player doing things. Oh, you can't even see it. Full screen is just like not being a thing. They gotta do it like this. Just play this one. There's no picture. What? Why is no picture? There's no picture. Why? Waka, hi. How you doing, Waka? What's good? Thank you for tuning into the stream, my dude. We're actually being a director and going into our video and giving commentary on it. after like a 45 minutes of exposition. The usual, the usual Darsh things. Yeah, it's just literally not even playing the video. I mean, you can hear it. I think. Yeah, you can hear it, but I guess we're just gonna have to watch it on YouTube after all. Rip me trying to save data. Wait a minute. Give me a second, YouTube. You're being very eager there. All right, there we go. And Waka was saying I had some highs, some lows, some very lows, but it's about back to normal now. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that you had to go through all that you did, but I'm glad that you're back to normal. And thank you for asking. I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired, but I was excited to do this video all day because I was like practicing how I would say various things in the bathroom for like a dozen different times, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna say this thing here and that thing there, and like tell them how this was interesting there. And it's like, so it's good to be here with this, and I'm glad that I actually do have people who are curious enough to tune in to like the background of what my series really was back in the day. So we're gonna start this off right now with the what I have, as you can see from what the scene selection says, intro to series. So we're gonna let this play, and I'm gonna break this down. It's just text, but we're gonna break it down anyway. So here we go. Superstar Mario Bros. Have been on countless adventures, traveling to many different and even distant places. Some recent adventures were when they traveled to their neighboring kingdom of Bean Bean, Superstar Saga, traveled through time with their baby selves, partners in time, fighting unknown monsters, and even exploring their most large and ferocious nemesis' body. So Bowser's Side Story to save Peach. I literally just covered the entire, like basically every. Oh no, don't pause it. But just basically every Mario and Luigi game to that point. Save Peach once again and stop Powerful from inflicting everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom with the dreaded Blorb's disease. Plus, back in Super Mario Bros. Directly saying it, back in Super Mario Bros. Z, they tag teamed with Sonic and Shadow to retrieve the transported Chaos Emeralds and defeat the evil Mecha Sonic once and for all. But this time around, with the help from my buddy, I said his name, we are creating a brand new animated series for you to enjoy. Mario and Luigi Plan Z, straight from the story of Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door. The Mario Bros, along with their faithful companion, Yoshi, and Sonic and the gang. They will try to retrieve the Crystal Stars, so just sit back and enjoy episode 1. Man. And welcome to just went through Mario history. I for real did though. I just covered because this animation was uh because it was uh what's the word, conceptualized in like 2009. Bowser's Inside Story pretty sure was 2009 that came out, so like that was very recent. Because if I think the timeline is Superstar Saga was like 2003 or 4. Partners in Time was 2005. Actually, it might be 2002 or 3 for Superstar Saga. Um, Partners in Time was 2005. I'm pretty sure because that's my favorite one. I know things about Partners in Time. Uh, Bowser's Inside Story was 2009. I'm actually fairly sure about that. And yeah, that because at this time Dream Team didn't exist, or the remake of Superstar Saga, or Paper Jam. So yeah, that like it was basically just me reciting the history of the Mario and Luigi universe, and talking about how the story, it was saying story straight from Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. But what I really should have worded that as, because I say that, I should say like story based on Thousand Year Door, and like we'll see, like all the Thousand Year Door influences as we keep on going here. Yeah, like starting off with saying the Superstar Mario Bros. That was just a reference right there in itself. We're to mute this, gonna go back through to many different and even distant places. So like I was, that could have been like a, that could have been a galaxy reference. Honestly, I don't think I even factored in the. No, I did because Shadow Mario can. Yes, because Bowser Jr. can go into Shadow Mario, which was introduced in Sunshine. So the 3D games had some influence there, but I think that's the only. I think that was the only real place that the 3D games really had an impact because it's just showing Junior to Shadow Mario. But otherwise, I think that was just me trying to have clever wordplay at 13. Because when I really when I really go back on this, I had to have thought of this series when I was either 12 or 13, because this was the time frame where I was like midway or towards the end of middle school when I had the idea for this, and because I'm pretty sure that around, because 2009 I think is when I was like first had like the idea of like I'm gonna do this, because I've seen different series that have that are inspired by Super Mario Bros. Z and shown that they can have uh great concepts and animation in their own right, and can prove that even with different programs they can actually be really good looking, because the namesake of what my series was inspired by, Mario and Luigi Plan X, which was uploaded by Game Master 94089, who I also talked about in my YouTube anniversary stream. He was like that was my direct inspiration for like my YouTube name or like alias today, or Rhett Master 96. Just putting like kind of a name, but I use my actual namesake, my last name, combining with Master, and then having the birth year there for Rhett Master 96. That's how that became a thing. Because I wasn't about to have a whole like 94089 like complicated like just random weird complicated thing. I wasn't about to do that, and but Mario and Luigi Plan X was like the direct inspiration as far as the name and the program that they used to animate, because they used Pivot Animator, and it was very fascinating to me because you just start with the stick figure, but you can load in all the different frames for you to animate, and it was something that I tinkered with a lot in various different ways beforehand, and then once I realized I could actually do this to some sort of extent, I was like, I can probably do a thing. Like I can probably make my own series. Like if I think of the idea and I can have a good basis and like write things, and yeah, this could really be something pretty cool. Like I can show things that I like, and I can show it in a this creative way of animation. Because I just loved bringing ideas and just motion to life. And that's just what's so special about animation to this day. Even though I don't really draw or animate close at all now, I still adore animation for everything that it conveys. And Walker says, Galaxy of the Star. The fact that you were able to put this much effort into something at that age is shocking. Exactly. Thank you. Cause see, this whole text scroll up thing, the whole actually it's like a reference to Star Wars, but I didn't even know Star Wars enough to even know it was Star Wars reference. I just kind of used this preset in Windows. It was Windows Movie Maker 2.6, because this was back on my old like Acer laptop, and this was back when I had Windows. I think it was either Windows Vista or Windows 7. That's showing the age of this right there. Viper says I'm gonna make a hentai Darshean, and Walker doesn't doubt that. I don't doubt it either. But yeah, like I just used the preset and I just put in all this text and it scrolled up like this. I originally was going to use footage and it would have been a whole you know, it would not have been good in hindsight, but what I actually wanted to do was use background footage from the animation of the Mario Bros. Because it was Super Mario Bros. Z versus Goku. SMBZ. It was basically Mario Bros. Versus Goku and Vegeta, and like the first part of it, it showed promise, but then the following parts, it was it showed a lot of improvements because he had like lighting and it just had a lot more frames in there, and it just had great animation in general. I'm gonna just be able to shout him out real fast. No, not a whole new tab. Just go to YouTube itself. Well, cause he ain't beating Goku. That's the age-old argument. But what my what my original plan was for the and reanimated. Yes, because this is a big project that a lot of different animators are doing too. Super Mario Bros. Z reanimated scene 79. Oh, that's gonna be so good because they only have one scene left for like for somebody to finish and submit, and that's gonna be a huge project. Because episode 6 was a whole banger. Like the brawl on Yoshi's Island, that's just that's mastery choreography because he had the Mario Bros. And the Axum Rangers and the Koopa Bros. And then Mecha Sonic came through and plowed through all of them. It's just, oh my god, don't get me started on it. Goku, Super Mario Bros. Z versus Goku. D13, that should be the channel. Yes, this. What was said? Oh, Waka was saying, I'm sure I've had plenty of good ideas for stories and stuff, but never had the motivation to actually put it together. So yeah, I understand that, but it was it was something about Kid Me that just had like a whole lot more like ambition than I could ever claim to have now. I set up a whole schedule to like animate. I was like we're gonna do X hundred amount of frames a day, and I was able to animate the opening intro for my series in a month, which I will show you guys in a bit here. And then Walker's like, he ain't beating Goku with the Mario thing. Yeah, D13, that was the channel. It's shocking that it only has 11.1K subscribers because like this was amazing. Because 12 million views, 5 million views. Let me zoom into this. Like the very first part of it has 12 million views. How do you only have 11K subs, like 11K subscribers with 12 million views, 5 million views on the part 2, and then the preview at 876,000 views for only a minute and a half of animation. So that is a collective like 18 million views right there. So this was additional 200. So yeah, 18 million at least videos. This was an iconic part of my childhood too. Viper, Zarina, and Serena to start it off. Oh no. It's going to be the ultimate crossover. And then Walk was in the Master Ultra Instinct form didn't help that argument at all. Oh nah, Mario was done. And Walker was saying, "Oh no, oh yes." Viper replies. Excuse me. Walker said, "I had to look up who Serena was in Sailor Moon. I didn't know who she. Excuse me. Had the burp. She was also called that. To be fair, I didn't know that either. I didn't know her by name. Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying with this, like I was like one original goal was using some animation from this as B-roll footage when I had this when I had these words going like just kind of fading, and it had like the rest. It would be kind of a darkened thing, and it would have that video playing behind it as B-roll. But that would have been a like in hindsight, that would have definitely been troublesome because I hadn't asked permission. But even though I feel like I would have tried to reach out some kind of way, but also knowing Kid Me, I don't think I would have until like after I would have put it in the description, and then they would have commented on there. I'd be like, or like even if, because what would have made more sense is if I had used like kind of some clips here and there from Super Mario Bros. Z, but that would have also been, Alvin Earthworm would have came in and be like, hey yo, what you doing? If I did like pictures, I feel like that would have conveyed it even better. Just to have something like some more visual interest on the screen besides just this text for a literal minute. What's going on here? Viper says, how are you gonna have her as your profile picture and not know her name? And why is it because her name is Usagi? You never watched the old Viper says you only call Trina in certain English versions? The hilarious way to watch it. Maybe I should have watched this. Oh, y'all just having the whole Sailor Moon conversation. But yeah, like the way that I would fix this intro is to have some sort of B-roll pictures fade in and fade out throughout the words, and have the words just kind of fade in and out, and not scroll, but just fading in and out. And maybe not even have the words at all. Maybe just kind of have narration over it if I uh spoke eloquently enough and enunciated all of my words. But yes, we reiterated the actual Mario and Luigi lore, and then says where it says the plus back in Super Mario Bros. Z, they tag team with Sonic and Shadow to retrieve the transported Chaos Emeralds and defeat the evil Mecha Sonic once and for all. Basically, how my canon was with this was that this was going to be my own interpretation of post Super Mario Bros. Z, and it would be that Mario, Sonic, like Mario, Sonic, and Co. They defeat Mecha Sonic, and they actually use the Chaos Emeralds to revive all of their friends, Tails, Knuckles, Rouge, everybody, Cream, like everybody that Mecha Sonic plowed through. Like it was gonna really be like a whole uh Dragon Ball parallel, like Dragon Ball's parallel is what my original is like where I was going with that. That's why Sonic and Tails and that's why not only just like Sonic and Shadow were featured in like art that I did of it, like of my series, but you also see Tails and Knuckles there chilling as well. Like if you're looking at the thumbnail of this video, or if I bring back up that picture that has the let's go to backgrounds. And we'll go to our poster. Poster 1. There we go. Browser only. There we go. So yeah, that's why the rest of the gang are there. Like Tails and Knuckles, they just kind of vibing. Shadow is just Shadow just getting Shadow just standing on his cool patrol, just standing on his victory, literally. And then everybody else in the background putting in work. Of course, Mario and Bowser, and then Parakarry. Even Parakarry, dude. Parakarry putting in work, but poor Luigi, dude. Poor Luigi. Luigi didn't deserve this. Because honestly, because looking at this now, like, wouldn't the spike be stabbing him? That's brutal. Then of course I would have the boy Yoshi looking cool, just getting those flurry kicks in. And then I even had Boshi in here because he would play a role later on in the series as well. But that's enough of analyzing like the very literal first minute of this. Let's let us keep it going. Waka says Yoshi is a double Yoshi explosion. that that trailer is still just gold. Oh, and then of course I mentioned Paper Mart 1000 Your Door. Yeah, straight from the story of Paper Mart. Like I talked about that, but we'll get into the story of that once we get into the actual episode itself here. All right, so enjoy episode 1, I said, and here we go. This.
Let's go.
I love this. Just have Bowser come through. Just them sound effects, and then that's because Rhett and Beneza Productions presents, because that's actually what my URL still says for my channel, Rhett and Beneza Prod. That was the very first that was the very first actual time I created the logo, was using the Superstar Saga Mario and Luigi, and then just kind of going in Paint and typing plan, and then using a was this a PNG maybe of the Z of the Z itself logo, not even really properly getting rid of the excess, but you know it was there and I was happy about it. Mario was kind of floating indefinitely. Luigi just there. But let's break this down. This was like another nod to the Mario and Luigi series because this was basically a comedic spin on the Superstar Saga intro, because they both come down, like even down to the sound effect, using the same sound effect that it comes down.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Then using their "Let's go," their "Let's go," okie dokie sound effects from when a battle starts in Superstar Saga. And then using Bowser's voice clip from Inside Story. Nintendo. I think those little dings sounds are also from Inside Story. I could be wrong. They just come through. Cause see, I had him kind of alternate between sprites. I mean, right? I mean, here he only has the this game's representation for sprites, but I actually have him change to be the Bowser's Inside Story sprites later on. But these sprites, I'm pretty sure, are from Super Princess Peach. And then you kind of see how I have Mario's sprite kind of changes from the Superstar Saga one to the Inside Story one. Because like I liked the pose, like some poses that they made in Superstar Saga. I just sorry, I hit the mic. I just preferred over Superstar Saga. This this explosion, like the sprites from this actually comes from Sonic Rush. It took me a second, but yeah, that comes from Sonic Rush. And then the explosions that show later on, I think, like the ones that are shown a lot in like I think in Super Mario Bros. Z, and the other ones that followed, because they all kind of use the same explosions. I think from like a handheld Metal Gear game, maybe. And Viper said I need to finish Superstar Saga. I do too, actually. I've only finished like 2 out of the 4 or 5 games at this point. Like I've completed. No, I've only beaten Bowser's Inside Story. Because I've gotten to near the end of Partners in Time, but I think I got to the point where I was gonna fight the final boss, but I just didn't. And I just never went back to it since. That was years ago. So the only one that I've actually beaten is Bowser's Inside Story. It's actually crazy. I think I'm at the Piranha Plant at the airport boss. I'm not even sure if I'm that far, honestly. Because I remember that I gotten far enough that I got Mario and Luigi's element abilities, their fire and thunder. But I can't remember much after that. But yeah, I love how um I kind of it's that was kind of melee inspired, I guess. Like him, because he's using the side B. Oh, this might was this supposed to be like the was it SS was this like SSF2 sprites? No, I really feel like these were Super Princess Peach sprites. I think, and I just purposed them for that. Like that was one of my creative liberties of using it to grow. Well, no, that's what it's for. Pretty sure that's what that motion was for. To have it grab. Then he just chucks him out of the frame. And then Mario gonna come in and jump and gonna be that iconic sound effect. That because just using that because that's definitely inspired from SMBC. Just kind of being able to go from that like that one frame to that frame, and that's supposed to create the illusion of a hit if he does it super fast because he just kind of jumps. I mean, it works. It definitely works because it looks like his fists are going in that direction super fast. And then the follow through with the punch. That's a strong punch. You just punched Mario completely out of the frame. Like you were floating in the air, sir. How are you doing this? And Viper says Super Princess Peach is a game I want to get my hands on. Same. I mean, this was just SMBC logic. I just had him float and then punch. But yeah, Beneza, that's the last name of said friend that I had in the opening credits here. It says me and my buddy Nassim because he definitely did have a part in helping me um with some uh with some secondary animation in this, which I actually touched on a good bit in the YouTube anniversary stream, but I'll talk about it here too. But yeah, that's still my channel URL to this day, like the Rhett and Beneza prod, and that's spelled incorrectly by the way, because his name's actually supposed to be spelled Benaissa. No wait, Bena no Assia. So like I didn't know what it was, like I didn't know the spelling, and I rolled with it. I edited it, I finalized it, and uploaded it on YouTube. Still incorrectly. I just didn't. I don't know why I didn't know why spell checking was a thing. I don't know why I didn't go to him and say like, "Yo, is your name spelled right?" And it's like, "Yeah, fam, go ahead." But to this day, it's just there's a wrong. Also, at this bottom down here, like the last frame of the explosion is just there. And I did not realize this, but then oh wait, did the Nintendo logo move? No, it didn't. The Nintendo logo just kind of vanishes. It's on impact. That's funny. But the last frames like of that explosion, they just hang there because that the white part of it, see, it's still there behind Bowser. See that it's still there, and it just stayed there for the rest of that scene. I love how Luigi actually was up, but he 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 just kind of falls with. I guess he. Why do you fall, Luigi? I mean, comedic effect, yes, but Okay, I think I'm back. Reconnect is successful. Okay. Am I? Can y'all hear me? There we go. All right, sorry about that. All right, but we are gonna be getting right back into this where I left off. Yeah, I was talking about how the how this would like this last punch was just really meant to be a transition to the logo. So it just goes from having a it just kind of goes straight from Bowser flying and Mario following him. And I do see that little bit of movement after he hit, like just to show that he did do a little bit more, and that's what flashed it. Luigi just skids. Oh man, this is the comedy. This is peak comedy to 13-year-old me. There's gonna be a lot more of like weird comedy going through the rest of this.
Mario!
I realized I had the mic too close to me because you could hear like the breaths I was doing. But yeah, that was the. I have it labeled as commercial credits. That was my little idea that it kind of blends together the idea of the Mario and Luigi intros with like what Super Mario Bros. You had with the little bit of intros that they had, like the little opening animations that they had each before each episode started. And yes, prototype prototype logo is what that is. I think I actually go from this to the new logo at the end of the at the end of the actual intro. And boy, this intro, here we go. This is like you can kind of see the improvement right before your eyes from this to the intro. And then it just kind of goes back and forth because I animated different parts of this at different points. So like it's like even like what you'll see in the actual like in the actual episodes order going forward, uh like part like the intro was animated after the fact and then put in the beginning. And then there's some scenes that are animated that are animated but they here after I had already done some of the part two, but this was before I decided to break it in. No, no, I had plans of breaking it in between too because I had the title of this. But yeah, different parts were animated beforehand or animated later and then put in towards the end after I did other scenes. But let's go ahead and start up the next scene, which is the actual Dragon Soul intro. Let's get it. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. Okay, so boom, immediately the next like the newer logo. I had the energy fade into that, like how Kai did it. timed beats. Very pixely close-ups of the bases, but they got the job done. I'm not sure what that explosion comes from. That was a lot of moves in that. You can see throughout the show. I think I got that from someone's animation in that background. Okay, I like how I was like. There's a lot to unpack there, obviously. There were a lot of points there, like the principles that I used. Actually, this kind of this kind of broke the illusion right here, like that particle effect. I'm going over that line because this line was supposed to symbolize that they were at opposite sides of the sky, but that popping over that like that kind of breaks that illusion. But pushing Bowser over in the line like that kept the illusion alive and like showing that it focused on Mario's side. But let's go to the very first few notes of that. We got all the it flashes through like 3 or 4 of the stars, and then it shows them all. Because a quality of life change that I would do if I were if I were to remaster the intro would actually have them kind of like zoom in each at a time. Like they would all kind of like come from the back. They would they would say, like they would like it would come to the forefront and it would be like this, and then it would go to the side, and the other star would come right after it. And then the shot that has them all like that, it would like they would all kind of like slowly pan out to be that line instead of it just immediately being that line. Just like a just little quality just little quality of life things I would do. But but to but to have that timed like that, that was still like to me now that's still impressive that I did that. Because I remember that I went into Pivot and I w- and I like looked at because I animated everything in this at 12 frames per second. So like I did math and I timed how many seconds or how many like milliseconds it would take or like how many frames it would take to do each of the like each of the little blips of the of that intro. So the like that's why it's that's why it's as close as it is to being on beat. And I took that principle and ran with it for the entire intro. Like I put everything that I could basically on beats. So the and I wish I could show you guys the actual storyboards that I made for this, but I can't find it. It's like it's in one of my like older notebooks that I cannot find for the life of me. But it shows how I had each of the lines broken down and like showing each of the like panels and what each of the lines would go with. So the first lines of mysteries abound. He's thinking it's a mystery. He's thinking, you know. He opened his eyes on the abound line. It looks like, and then made of a deep energy when he unleashes the right on the deep. And then that's how and then it fades. I really should have made this more white, but I think what what the problem with this was that I was trying to have it a color where it wouldn't become invisible because that was a problem with sprites, which I actually noticed in Bowser's Show. Because if it's all the way white, it'll just erase it and it'll just pretend like it'll pretend like it's supposed to be transparent space, so it just kind of go right through. Uh, I was refreshing the video because I thought it would probably have some more comments, but it does not appear so. Perfectly fine. I'm enjoying going through this. Yeah, even if I just made the outline just white, that would have made this easier to believe this was supposed to be like a light flash because it becomes white. The whole screen becomes white for a few seconds. Because to create those, I just I just put a big like a just plain white in pivot. Like just have a few I think I had it. I think I just made it one empty frame or a few empty frames just to give that brightness illusion. What would have made that actually more smoother would have been if I had faded that like faded those two things together. Like if I had faded that like if I just did a regular fade effect right into the white, that would have created a more of a light illusion. Even if I had kept that whole stroke on it and everything, the black stroke, if I just kept it like that, but still made it fade instead of just being a cut to the cut to the white and then cut to that, because the yellow could have not yellow because it even could have faded from the white into this. See, this is just me thinking of this as I'm watching it. Like I haven't even really thought about how I would change that kind of thing in this yet. So this is good. And then it goes from the foes all around line. This I was really proud of how I got the perspective down for this because it's Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. Of course, they're closer to you into the camera, so they're closer. But you can see the Koopa Trolls and Bowser there in the distance. So it's showing them from this angle. Wait a minute, they're supposed to be. I feel like this. I thought this was supposed to have an angle that it was behind Bowser and them too. I probably didn't actually. I'm probably thinking of the later scene with uh yeah I'm thinking of a later scene. That was supposed to be like the kind of camera illusion of it's like the camera is looming over them and they're looking at them in this distance. That's why they're both just kind of going to the sides. I should have had the ground move in that moment. Cause like the ground just kind of stays stationary. Like if I had moved the ground sprite some, that would have definitely helped that out. Some more of those time beats. But I will go fearless and free. I like how I that was not intentional, but I like how I have it go to Luigi for fearless. Yeah, I like how it just goes to like it cuts to Luigi first because I could have easily had it go to Yoshi first and then go to Luigi then Mario. I think that actually would have made the most sense than I think about it. But but I found it funny that I had to go to Luigi for fearless. That was not intentional at any means. Like I just now piecing that together. Then the other beats. It's kind of interesting how I kind of have the lighting change because it's just like a lighter. It's a lighter tan, and it's a darker tan. I don't really know what happened there, but it switches to a lighter tan for the close-up shots, and then it goes back to the darker tan. I don't really know what was going on with the background. I'll give you. They're both powering up. No, they're all powering up. This kind of implied that they can just reach the level without the power up. They can just go to Fire Mario and Fire Luigi without the power up. But I actually do show later on that Mario uses a Fire Flower to achieve that form. So I'm thinking that was just kind of like a cut thing to just go to each character, just to have them all do cool power ups, you know. I remember what sprite sheets I had gotten those from. I think it was it wasn't a GBA DBZ game, cause like I know, I mean of course it was a Dragon Ball Z like sprite sheet, and also like kind of looking at how I did this now, I should have had it so so the aura was like the aura layer should have been in front of them instead of behind them, cause the way that this was done, there's just no lighting whatsoever. Like since I understand Photoshop now, I'd be able to do these aura bursts justice by actually there was actually no uh like dust coming from the bottom of these either. Even though I have effects coming from uh I have effects coming from Mario later on in the sky. It's kind of weird I didn't have anything going on with like the smoke kicking up from when y'all powered up. It's interesting. I I wasn't really I wasn't really thinking about the secondary animation in those instances. I was just worried about getting those power up blasts. There weren't really any like correlations with the lyrics there. It was just like those three got their three different moments in those lines. Strength and love. Strength, love, and live. I guess that I guess that could be kind of. I mean, not intentional again. Like it was intentional to have them go on beat with the different words, like Mario's "I'll give you strength, love." That's how we live. It could be a deeper interpretation if you want it to be, basically. And then we got the close-up shot. I actually edited. I use the oh so famous Paint program to put the angry eyebrows on this. Cause like see how that's just literally pixels. You can kind of tell the difference. You can tell how I marked those, and then I didn't mark the Luigi one. I just kind of opted to go with close-ups for those few lines. I should have kept the I should have kept it going with the fearless to courage thing. I should have had it go to Luigi's face first. My courage won't fade. I mean, won't fade kind of still is for Luigi. If you're with me, you go with me. Then I just kind of had it go straight from Bowser's close up to teleport. I like how I did that transition. I just have the ground slowly go up. I feel like I feel like his eyebrow like kind of appears or something happens to his eyebrow when Bowser's like right on him. Yeah, like there's like some weird like dot happening. I also like how Bowser actually has gray irises instead of it just being the black dots. Excuse me. This like whenever any of them teleport, I think I use these this sprite specifically. This is actually from Crusade. It's from Goku's sprites. The 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 creators of Smash Bros. Crusade, like they have their assets just kind of in folders where you can just kind of look at them, uh, and you can just kind of use them. When they had like their 0.8 release, all their folders were there, and I definitely give proper credit, or do I in the description? I don't think I give credit to anything in the description. I was gonna have it. I definitely should have had all sprites or ripped by these people. I didn't even have that. Like that was definitely the goal, to have that in the credits, like how every other animation did it. But it should definitely be in the description itself. But anyway, back on track here. But it was cool that you could go into the assets of like that, and I just saw those sprites and I was like, yeah, this definitely works. I'll just rec I think for Bowser and Bowser Jr. I let them be the same color because it was close enough to the actual palette that it would work. But as far as everyone else, like Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi, I do recolor it to suit everyone else, and we'll see that later. But teleporting right into that scene there, using the white screen again. I I like how I actually did have the did I actually did I place a crater on the ground where the explosion happened, or is that just the aftermath of the explosion? I think that's just the aftermath of the explosion. Pretty sure it is. I'll turn the sound for this. Sorry, you guys are probably sick of hearing the audio bleep in and out over and over again. I should definitely lower the playback speed for things like this, huh? Let's do 0.25. Okay, so I had like the first frame show and then disappear, and then it showed the other frame. God, it's fast even with the 0.25 speed. Cause I think I just have it the camera immediately pan up once the explosion happens, which is also pretty good because you're it's followed through in the animation and you're doing movement in the camera. And the flurry of punches against the shell, which I really feel like I should have had it where Bowser is punching back instead of just using his shell. Cause honestly, man, Mario just punching Bowser's shell just kind of it doesn't really make the most sense now that I really look back on it. Cause like, why would he actively keep trying to punch his shell? Like he knows this shell is like super strong. And then it's very hard to see, but I did actually have like a clash effect to where like you see where they separate. Fabkin and Greg, yo, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in to the stream. You got somebody new in Elite Smash? Ooh, that's cool. Who'd you get in? Who'd you get in Elite Smash? Right here, we're just talking about my series, my what I animated back when I was a kid. Dr. Mario, nice. But yeah, we're breaking down the opening animation that I did for my sprite series. I was just talking about I don't understand why I had Mario punch his shell repeatedly. But the idea of this exchange was for it to be like he's punching on this side and it's supposed to be like a rotating illusion. But because I didn't really have uh access to those kind of sprites or really or real knowledge of how to actually try to get that illusion, that he was still punching in like the third dimension, like he would start to rotate where his back was to the camera. I feel like I could have used something and then I should could have like photoshopped like his I could have photoshopped his flurry still happening when he was at like a turn at a third a turn at a 45-degree angle and then his back and then other way all the way around. That would have definitely looked cooler. And then instead of Bowser being in his shell, he would return these punches in kind. And I think it would just kind of I would probably just alternate between like his two or three punch animations he has from Inside Story, but just very fast. And Grace said, "Wow, is that my fave song? Oh, is Dragon Soul your fave song? It's one of my favorites too, for sure." And you said first Rob, not the Mario. Oh no, Rob is an interesting one. Congrats on both. That's love and glory to separate. That's the big power burst. That big moment that Mario gets. Tell the story. I could do that note better. I promise. Tell the story. Cause see what I meant by like I have the actual particle effect, not particle effect, but I have the what's the word? What's the word? Hello Noah Gaming. The YouTube held your comment for review because they thought you were like promoting or something. But look at your profile pic. I can't really tell what it is. Cause I tried, cause I tried clicking your uh profile picture and it just brings up actions. Yeah, it won't let, yeah, it won't let me like go to the channel to really see it. So I can't really make out what your profile picture is. Sorry about that, Noah Gaming. Unless I just go to and then just type Noah Gaming. Oh no, go back to YouTube. I said oh no because I accidentally like shrunk the whole YouTube window. Well, that's not it because it's a lowercase g. Uh, that's also not it. There's a lot of Noah Gaming. Like it's uppercase N but lowercase g. And then Greg said why you put my fave song. I put it there because I became a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z Kai at the time, and I loved the intro, I wanted to I wanted it to be the opening intro song for my series because I just really liked it. Like Kai was a big inspiration of me getting into Dragon Ball in the first place, so I thought what better tribute than using the song. Yeah, I can't really find your exact channel, so sorry about that, Noah Gaming. But moving on. That slow pan over to Bowser, just studying him. And then this was the first time that I used that I used just the rectangle to show the illusion of a blur. I think I got that trick also from Super Mario Bros. Z, because he used like almost translucent looking blurs or like translucent looking blocks, but they were used to show that fast motion. I think it actually I think it I think the blur even goes into this part when he's meeting Bowser there. Yeah, computer, yeah, laptop, you can go to sleep. Because I unplugged the charger for the light. For the greater good, laptop. Go sleep now. And you said Kai is my fave 100%. Dragon Ball Z Kai, my fave 100%. Same. I love Dragon Ball Z Kai. Oh, no, no, no. Turn the sound down. Okay, yeah, so I was right. With, I had the blur there too. So Mario just kind of goes super fast before Bowser has a chance to do anything. And I start actually using effects for the hits instead of it just being um like instead of it just being a hit. Okay, so I didn't even do the follow up for that. Like I just kind of just went straight to that frame. And he was going for the groin kick. Mario ruthless out here. But Bowser using that teleport and coming back into frame with that punch. Okay, Mario just kind of materialized. Cause see, that was I really like what I did there with the camera, playing with the camera, because he's outstretched, his fist is outstretched, but Mario's there, and then a boom, and then this specific frame is literally um well, like not straight from Dragon Ball Z Kai, but I paused a still from Dragon Ball Z Kai when I was watching it, and then I went in paint and I imitated it the best I could because this is one of the screens it would flash to to show a strong hit. And then he's getting sent straight down. Like I like it shows even in this that I had like a pretty good understanding of the camera, which is very good. And he said, "Hey, thanks for your fave song. You're welcome." I was seeing what lines were said when he rushes in. We will live to tell the story. I think that's what it is. Yep. Dies. Because that was supposed to, like, that that exchange was supposed to be like literal interpretations. Oh, that's what I meant with the teleport sprite. It was like nothing ever dies. Oh, he teleported before he could even. No, he moved out of it. He just kind of whooshed out of the way. Wait, how does that? Wait a minute. How does that work? Cause like, cause he he zooms up, but then he zooms up again in the frame. How did you do this, Mario? You are flying, my guy. It says don't stop, yeah. And then coming down with that big kick, and then start charging up that fire Kamehameha. There it is for you. Don't stop, don't stop. But this is what I meant with like if you're not careful with white with how you fill in sprites, because pretty sure it happened that after I used the paint bucket tool to just empty the area around Bowser, and I used white around it to get rid of like the color of the sprite sheet. I made it white, but doing that, it it colored in the inside of the sprite where it was the lightest, and then just kind of disappeared because it just faded. It just kind of became one with the background. The background being white, white is there, no, there's nothing there, so it just kind of becomes transparent. So what I try to do to avoid situations like those is I try to make it the next dark, like the very next darkest shade that I could, but it will still be white. And you start to see that later on when I try to get Yoshi's eyes straight. I'm not sure what this fire effect was actually from. I can't really remember. And Fab's like, yes, I love it. Oh, welcome to all the 5 viewers watching now. Thank you for the 4 likes. I appreciate everybody who liked the stream. And like this background, I think well, this was actually used in Super Mario Bros. Z because I think that background was used when Luigi stands up when he's facing his fear of jumping into the pipe to the minus world. But this was also used in Mega Sonic Bros. AF, another really good series, like another good series by by RPG Fan 2005, who you'll hear me talk about more in a bit too, because like his first scene, my first scene kind of mirrors his first scene after this intro finishes. But what this is, I think he also used this for like a strong hit effect. I'm using it for the strong hit effect. But I think what I actually did was uh I don't know if I like saved screenshots of Mega Sonic Bros. AF and got this background that way, or if I actually found the background somewhere. I can't remember now. But we got Luigi doing a super jump launch, and love how Luigi just like not Luigi, how Yoshi just whooshes by. And Yoshi's turn with going down. Boom! That's a hit. That is a hit. I like how this more of the timed beats. The don't stop was timed right when he hits the ground. I didn't really have to go above with using those like that effect when they both land on the ground because it was like the second half of everything was when I got more used to the secondary animation and actually using different effects about when they land and whatnot. If anything, there should have been like a wave when he landed right there. The Luigi one makes sense. The Yoshi one not as much because all of his impact when it's that. So like when he lands, he should have just had like a little puff of smoke on each side come up. Wall went too far back. Oh, Luigi had it twice because like he did it when he landed on his fist and when he jumps back up. Luigi is cool with it, like not even looking back, just knowing that the Koopa Patrol would come back down. That's also good how I did that with like finishing, like just kind of closing that little what happened moment. Because like I mean, he does super jump punch and sends him up, but like, does he come down? Yes. The answer is yes. I'm not sure if he even. I'm not sure if I even have a frame of him falling. I think he just kind of immediately goes white screen. No, no, there's like one frame of him just falling down. There's one frame of him falling down and hitting the ground. And then like the impact, he was bouncing back up, and Luigi just catches it with the kick. That's crazy. The camera movement over. Cause every camera thing I did frame by frame. Like there was no like this isn't like Flash where I think you can actually control the camera as a separate thing and animate that. I animated like all the character and the ground and the movement and the effects and everything. I move everything how I think it can move, and I do the best that I can with keeping. I did the best I could with keeping it consistent. I was noticing in the sprites, like I kind of had the, like I had that sprite kind of stay out. Oh no, like I I did it that way because I was reversing it back into his standing position. Anyway, put sound back on.
Don't stop, don't stop. Don't stop, there's so much to be found.
How I had that? Did you see that? Did you catch that sparkle in the background? I had that represent Mario and Bowser charging their respective attacks. I thought that was like just another really good use of perspective. Because like you can tell they're up there and they're far, so it makes sense that they're like looking in the distance for it. But we hadn't really seen Bowser charging it, so that just gives us something else to really look forward to that we see. And then this was what I was talking about earlier with how I had this line was supposed to be uh this line was supposed to imply that they were, opposite ends, and it's mirroring it's showing that they're both on far sides of the sky. But how the effect on the Mario's foot was kind of breaking it. Like as you guys could tell, once I figured out how to use that effect, I ran with that because I even used that very same uh effect when Mario launches his fireball. I plan on you like if I were to remake of this intro, I plan on like having something else show like when it says we can find paradise. Go free your soul. Like I think I'll have like I think I'll actually have that happen further towards the end of that free your soul because they both throw all we have and then to do the other side throws. Go free your soul. Okay, see, I like how I was talking earlier about how it would look good if I actually have, a fade, like a fading into white, fading from white thing going on. And this is the first instance we see like that explosion, I think the Metal Gear Solid explosion that's used a lot in sprite animations. Because it's just a very good sprite. But the particle effects I especially loved because like it just shows like the gravity of both of their hits. Even though they're not really that close to the ground for this to make sense, it was just cool, so I went with it. And then having the logo at the end. I really should have had the logo appear over this. I will not to this day really understand why I made it cut to black. I had a cool little like fade from like the white, like it flashed white into it. That was nice. And then the little twinkle on the logo. I like that. How long have we been streaming? Of course, over 2 hours. Jesus Christ, dude. At this rate, this is literally going to be like a 3 or 4 hour stream. Like if I'm gonna be breaking all of this down, yeah, if I'm gonna be breaking all of this down, we might have to come back. I'm gonna at the very least get through the very first scene here, or maybe into like maybe like the training. Like I'll do up. I mean, well by that point it's already up to the 10 minutes. It'd be 4 minutes left. But there's a lot to talk about after that. I don't, because I'm debating cutting this pretty soon, and maybe just do like a part two of this. Do it at actual proper times of the day. Excuse me. I think what I'll talk up to the end of this first scene. So like at the 5 minute mark, basically. Well, 4 minute. Yeah, the 4 minute 20 second mark, basically. So let's keep on going.
The dawn of a new adventure. King Bowser's scathing plan.
Excuse me, I yawn. But we got the first instance of me putting my voice into this. Luke Storager says, "Shoot, what have I missed?" Oh, yo, what's good, Luke? How you doing? You well, I basically broke down my entire opening. That's what I was spending like the past like 20 minutes on this now. I was like going through the Dragon Soul intro and breaking down like how I timed the things down to beats. So you'll be able to like you could like rewind and look at that part if you want to, or like watch it after the fact. But welcome, dude. How you doing? Because actually, I think you actually like came as a recent member of for the Discord, because I think you were actually like watched this when I used to animate it. But right now we're getting into breaking down the actual first scene of the episode. But I was saying I think this is probably where I would like probably be starting to cut things short. Like I'll just cover like the very first like scene, and then that's probably where I'll end off. And Luke was saying, good, this was busy most of the night. Oh, okay, that's fair. That is very, very fair. But yeah, this is what I was at. The dawn of a new adventure, King Bowser's scathing plan. This was what it, like, this was the evolution of the original one I showed you guys earlier. So it's not that poster picture. But if we go to our other source, if we go to browser only, he said, "Did you know people are working on a SMBZ 6 episode 6 reanimated collab?" I do know that. Yep, I do. It's cause cause I actually followed the account on Twitter because they said that they only have one scene left, and then they're gonna um like they have like there's one animator left to animate their one last scene, and then they'll be able to show it. I'm like, yo, this is gonna be so hype, dude. Brawl on a Vanishing Island and so many different art styles is gonna be insane. Cause I watched the Sonic X episode 1 animation, like the reanimated collab, and I thought that was such a cool thing because you really see how artists they try to either uh honor as close to the original as possible, or they just go for the most bizarre thing, or just do it for the lulz. Like it had a solid mix of it all in that Sonic X reanimated collab. It was the episode where Eggman was trying to get Knuckles against Sonic. Some something about yeah, because they actually fought. Yeah, because Sonic and Knuckles fought in the episode. Just to show it, because that nope, not there. But my main YouTube feed it had a clip of that on there. It might have disappeared now. Of course it did. But if you rewind the video, I promise it was there. I promise it was part of my recommended. Cool. Sonic and Tails versus Knuckles. Pivot sprite battle. The program I use. Pivot. Let's go. Oh, I like the run. I like those smoke effects they're using. I need to find those actually. But focus, focus, focus. What was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, getting my original. I was getting my original episode 1 background thingy. That's the wrong photo preview app. We got to open the other one. Let's make these windows visible. I think that's the wrong one. Oh no, that's technically not wrong because it's fixed on this one. We'll just do it here. We'll just do it here then. Where is my Luigi Plan Z files? No. Organize it by date. Modify. That's right. Episode 1 title. Preview. Make the photo preview visible. There we go. Finally, am I right? All right, but this was what we were rocking with originally. So plain Jane, no background at all. It was just Mario and Luigi holding uh stars that is quickly made in paint and colored them, and I was just like, uh, those are crystal stars. What you mean? But no, that like that. So we we have we went from that episode 1, a fired up obstacle race was the title, and then we changed it to be the dawn of a new adventure. Let me get rid of those layers over top of it now. Changed it to be the dawn of a new adventure, King Bowser's scathing plan, which I think is a better title, first of all, and it was kind of like referencing more towards Dragon Ball Z Kai, like how they did their titles. They broke it into like 2 different lines. Oh, Luke was saying that's a lit YouTube feed. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we got everything from Scott the Waz to Victorious analysis to we got Hunger Box Little Kuribo comparison to 4Kids. Oh right, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is a thing. Oh yeah, the voice Carter Rubin is just amazing. Wait, he sings something from the Muppet movie? Oh, I gotta watch that. And then all Nem Raps has got a new video for. Oh nah, no, no. Oh no, 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 no. That's gonna be funny to watch. I know what I'm watching when I'm gonna eat my food. Nem Raps, boys. And then probably something else with something else I saw that I was gonna probably watch. Probably this. Yes, I'm gonna watch that. Watch later. I'm very unprofessional. Top 9 playoffs. So that's something from that played. Did the voice come on tonight or not? Cause like I went I went on I went on NBC and it was not on. But anyway, focusing again, back to the title thing. But yeah, I went with using a Yoshi's Island background for this and just having the title over it. I really should have had a stroke around the words, but this was a 13-year-old me not knowing what a Photoshop was, so didn't really know that that was a thing. Like I mean, it works better against the darker shades, of course, because the white on black is better. But up here where the colors are changing, it's kind of hard to see the A, for example, and the E up here. But it works. Like it worked for the time, but now I see how aged it is. Into A. Let's go on. Oh yeah, we used the Dragon Ball Z Kai episode title theme.
The dawn of a new adventure. King Bowser's scathing plan.
Wait, actually, that my voice really hasn't changed much from a kid to now, has it? Well, no, I mean it's gotten deeper, but like if I were to go for that again, like just saying the dawn of a new adventure, King Bowser's scathing plan. I kind of sound the same.
The dawn of a new adventure. King Bowser's scathing plan.
That's kind of wild, actually. My voice ain't changed that much in 10 years, dude. Oh, man. Alright, but we got the actual episode, finally. Right into it. So we're gonna watch this all the way through, and yeah, we're gonna watch this scene all the way through, and then we're gonna break it down. Like that intro theme that I use, it's literally the same one that RPG Fan 2005 uses for the beginning of Mega Sonic Bros. AF. Like because they got the same like thing where like they pan of the house and everything. I even put in my description. I swear I'm not copying. Like I swear it wasn't intentional. We're out of the shower.
Luigi! Wow! Mamma
It's
mia.
meal time, boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Luigi. Will I have your meal as usual? A letter from the princess.
God, 2009 voice acting. Why?
And
2010 voice acting.
The postman's job is never done. Well, see you later, Luigi.
Bye-bye.
You can't even understand what I'm saying.
Bye-bye.
It's good the text is there.
And then a letter to be delivered. The postman's job is never done. Well, see you later, Luigi.
Bye-bye.
Goes back in. There's white tears on his gloves. Dear Mario and Luigi, the inhabitants of Yoshi's Island have been pleased to announce that they have a brand new obstacle course ready for action to celebrate the finding of the new home. Because you know the old one blew up. The main parts are 1. To break a brick wall before your opponent, 2. Dodge barrage of dodgeballs without getting hit, and 3. Race on foot to the finish line. Well, I'll set a practice course by the Mad Council so you can practice and organize your team. I'm sending Professor Egad a personalized version of this letter by Paracarry. I thought you could use some excitement once in a while for being cooped up in that lab all day. Well, I'll see you later. Love, Peach. Oh, that was perfect timing. Let's go.
Yo!
You see, that was supposed to be him grimacing through the roof, and a piece of roof falls down, and he just skates out of it. Because I literally called that, like, when I'm working with that file and pivot, like I save that individual thing, like it's the file is just called piece of roof. That's what I have that as. Alright, but there was a lot going on here, so let's just break this up. So we have our heroes, you know, doing hero things. Luigi napping, Mario showering. I like that transition that I did with like a keyhole going into there. That was that was nice. I like how I have like Luigi's not under the cover; he's just sprawled out because I didn't really know how I could excuse me, like how I could mess with the sprite. Excuse me. I just muted my mic for a second to burp. Sorry, but I didn't know enough of messing with the sprite to like do kind of a similar thing of what Mega did because he actually had Luigi under the cover, but I didn't know how to do that, so I just had him sprawled out. Like he's just done. He's just gone like this. He just has like the Z's coming from the paint. Say the separate things coming up. I don't know why I have Paracarry honk because this Koopa is not a car. Why is he honking mail call? If I wanted to voice him when he's talking with Luigi, why didn't I have a voice clip just saying mail call? Because like that's definitely supposed to be like a reference to the original Paper Mario where he's delivering the mail, or actually the both Paper Mario games where he delivers the mail and like he has a little box of delivery, but of a line, but I can't remember what it actually is. That's straight from the game. Oh, my phone straight up died. Like I forgot I didn't have it on the charger. Why didn't I have it on the charger? Now I can't really see the chat because the the phone died. That was my the phone was giving me internet towards my tablet so I could look at the chat on this separate screen. But for a little bit I will switch the Wi-Fi over and then we'll keep on having the playback. Okay. Alright, we're back on the. I can hear it in my ear again. Cool. But yeah, I don't know why I just didn't voice that line of mail call instead of just kind of having that honking sound because I think the audio file for that is just straight up called car honk. I don't know why I put that there. But Mario, uh, he's not dressed. He's gonna try to get Luigi to, get the mail because, he's dressed. He's he's gone, he's asleep, but he's dressed. It's kind of funny. Jumps over the bed. I guess I didn't feel like animating him walking around the entire bed. I don't know why I did. Uh, Just to flex, I guess. Jump over the bed. Just flex a little bit. Jump over the bed.
Luigi!
Luigi.
Luigi! Wow! Mamma mia!
And just having the little text box, him jumping to say mail. I like how he doesn't even say anything in the text box they're saying mail. It's almost like Luigi's looking at the text box and understanding what he
Luigi!
needs.
Wow! Mamma mia! Okay.
Maybe him jumping that direction and pointing, Luigi just knows what that means.
Okay.
Yeah, you notice the bunch of Dragon Ball Z sound effects. Like he's getting out of the bed. It's like shoot.
Luigi! Luigi! Wow! Mamma mia! Okay.
Yeah, going outside. And then just no secondary animation at all. Parakarry is just suspended there. Like he's not even flapping his wings or nothing. He's just there. And then there's like I didn't really do anything with the background because I didn't really know what to do outside of just having this for the like the the the, the sprite for the house and the outside part. I don't even have their clothes or anything out there. There's no other sort of secondary animation because I just don't really know what to do with that. I think on the actual sprite sheet there actually is like the frames of movement that you can have for the clothes, but again, I just didn't know how to do that, and I just didn't really want to be bothered with it because I was just getting this point across with the animation itself. But the
Hello,
dialogue here,
Luigi. Well, I have your mail as usual. A letter from the princess.
because first of all, the sound was low, and then second of all, I was just talking very fast. The sound effect I used from handing the letter over to him. I didn't even have him move closer to him to give it to him. I just kind of have the letter just
I
migrate
have your mail as
itself to
usual.
Luigi's
A
hand.
letter from the princess.
He throws it at him. Like it doesn't even wave. He just kind of throws it. Oh man. Excuse me, guys. So sorry. Y'all can tell I'm tired. So I gotta be in this rather than scene here breaking it down. Another letter duly delivered. A postman's job is never done.
Another letter duly delivered.
Like I gave him no personality. Cause in Paper Mario, like
Hello,
it's kind of
Luigi.
implied his
Well, I have your
personality
mail
is kind of like forgetful, dorky.
as usual. A letter from the princess.
Also, there's like a white dot following Luigi. That's just like a spriting error. There's various spriting errors throughout this entire thing. Like just things that I just unfortunately didn't catch, but things that I would definitely catch if I were to reanimate these things, because like I would just be on top of everything. I've become a lot more OCD over the years than when I was 13, 14 years old.
Another letter duly delivered. The
Because
postman's
he was
job is
actually
never done.
flapping
Well,
his
see you then,
wings for
Luigi.
one.
Bye
By mine, because see with the spriting error, his piece of his hair just kind of vanishes in between the frames. Like what's happening here? Why does that disappear?
See you then, Luigi.
bye.
I'm not really sure why I included the white flash going back in the house. It wasn't really necessary. But I mean, transitions, I guess. And Mario finally fully clothed. The first instance of you see that the spriting goes straight through, like it's the color's going straight through his eyes and his glove, because it's white. But because I used the paint tool to make white around him from the sprite sheet itself, making it white kind of went and made everything else transparent. That is gonna happen for all of those sprites. Did I not? I didn't notice that for all of that. I went and animated this and looked at this and put sounds over it. How did I not realize that it was like this? Luigi just kind of just goes right in his pocket. Like he makes no sound. Like he's like he should have. Like I know Mario has an "I got it" line, but does Luigi have that line? I got it. Oh yeah, or something. Like just says something while rummaging through his pocket. Excuse me. And then we actually read the letter in perfect time. I mean, it was only perfect time because I added in that little thing about the about they had to find a new home because after because it blowed up in Super Mario Bros. Z. This is meant to take place after Super Mario Bros. Z again. So this is basically saying like the chief Yoshi and the Yoshis of the tribe, they they're celebrating by how any Yoshis would celebrate. They want to have an obstacle course race. So they want to have a competition, friendly competition. Have a make a whole grand party out of it. to celebrate finding a new home. The main it's funny how they just like the main parts are well, one, to break a brick wall before your opponent. Two, dodge a barrage of dodgeballs without getting hit. And three, a race on foot to the finish line. It's just funny how I typed that. Like no special casing, whatever. I'm pretty sure this is what font is this? It looks like it's not it's not Calibri, but it's not Times New Roman. Might be like, well, it's too thick to be Arial. It's not Cooper Black. I'm not sure what font this is, but I'm sure I would know it when I saw it. Like when I like see the name in like Photoshop or any word processor. But this next part it says that she set up a practice course by her castle so they can practice and organize the team. So it's just a yeah, dear Mario and Luigi. So she's basically saying like organize your team. Um, it's not really even specified about like how much of a team it is, because like shoot, it could have been a team of five. You don't know. Like, and if it was a team of five, I just thought, what if Sonic and Shadow were on their team? I never thought of that. I never thought of that because like the way that because the way that the canon how I would have it is where like post Super Mario Bros. Z um Mario, Luigi, Sonic, Shadow, they defeat Mecha Sonic. They use the Chaos Emeralds to revive everybody, and everyone else, they choose to kind of stay in Mobius. They don't really they don't really want to like maybe sometime they'll visit, but in terms of who's really wanting to keep checking up on him, Sonic is wanting to like check up on his pals, going back to the Mushroom Kingdom every so often. Like he'll stay like a few days at a time, just chill. Or like maybe like a day or so at a time. Like he'll just stay and then he'll go back to his place. Maybe it's like a weekly thing. Like he'll stay like a day or so. But if there's any sort of ruckus, he'll stay longer to help with things. Just I never really thought of it in detail, but it's just thinking of it now, like what Sonic and Shadow really do. Because I didn't say Shadow. 'Cause Shadow just kind of Sonic just kind of drags Shadow along with him. Shadow kind of like he doesn't mind the Mushroom Kingdom, but he would just rather be home. Sonic just keeps bringing him back to the Mushroom Kingdom. He's like, "Come on, Shadow, like it, like come on, it's fun. We can just like we can visit these sites in the Mushroom Kingdom because there's so much of this world that I want to really travel and see." All right, fine, sure. Let's go back to the mushroomy place, I guess. So, yeah, the way Sonic and Shadow will mainly frequent over there. Actually, Tails and Knuckles are willing to go with to go with Sonic. They're more so willing than Shadow is. So like more likely than not, Tails and Knuckles will be along with Sonic because this would be Tails and Knuckles' first time as being in the Mushroom Kingdom. That's why you see them in the art that I made. So yeah, this is so like in this canon, uh like Team Sonic will frequent the Mushroom Kingdom. Shadow will kind of like come uh when Sonic makes him, or like half the time he'll go because he kind of wants to. Like he's kind of grown a little bit fond of the place, somewhat, I guess. But it's mainly because Sonic's like, "Come on, Shadow," and boom, he got Shadow along with you. But in terms of I never thought about the fact that the team actually could be more than just three. It could be more than just Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. But then when you think about that, like there would be more than just Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi when things are going down. So maybe just keep it where like they're practicing but maybe like they'll run into them and form the bigger team. I don't know, cause it was just, cause like you got more firepower. It's like the fight could go a lot differently if you have Sonic and Shadow as well. Maybe you split Sonic to go with Mario to go to Bowser Jr. Then it'd be a 3-on-1 against just Junior himself. But he's strong enough that he'd be able to fight. Like, I don't know. Then Shadow would be going with Yoshi and Luigi. It's basically Super Mario Bros. Z. It's so good. I need to get. That might be an idea, honestly. Shadow would go with Yoshi and Luigi to fend off Bowser. That'd be great. It's so much to think about if I were to go back and like remake this episode. It's a lot of aspects to think about like that. But just that alone, like just thinking about that with the team thing, like it's so much that can actually be done with that. But sending EGAD a personalized version of this letter by Packer, that's an important plot point. Peach is sending a letter like the same thing to Parakarry, to EGAD through the mail Koopa Parakarry. So dear EGAD, it would have, and then it says yours truly, Peach, because love is for Mario. Well, it says Mario. Well, Mario and Luigi says love. I don't know. Maybe she would still say love, Peach. She's a she is a loving princess after all. But yeah, so he was saying I thought he could use some excitement once in a while from being cooped up in that lab all day. So that would just be rephrased to being, I thought you could use some excitement once in a while from being cooped up in that lab all day. Just changing the words up a little bit. I guess it would probably omit the the breaking down part. It was kind of have like a little message in there. What the message would be, I don't really know. But yeah, like the important thing from that is that EGAD, Peach is sending us this same kind of letter to EGAD. So he should know he should know about this, uh and that he would also be interesting point. I don't know if I really thought about that, but he would be accompanying them to go to Yoshi's Island. Like just having the letter would just give it like it just kind of give heads up that um Mario and Co will be coming to you for X reason. Yeah, I should have said something about thought he could use some excitement once in a while for me cooped up in that lab all day. I'm sure he would. I'm sure he'll be able to provide some transportation for all of you. Yeah, that's what it could have added in there. But yeah, that's the important thing with the letter because we read it and the personalized version that EGAD should get as well. So he should have some sort of heads up. So the skip letter, and here we go with this.
Lucky!
Lucky! And Mario telling them what it says in just that one, summarizing the whole letter actually in just that one. Potato. Like that's kind of funny actually. Like we take that a whole like what 30 seconds for us to read the letter. Then he just recaps that to Luigi in just a phrase.
Lucky!
And then this is meant to be Luigi excited.
Yo!
Don't ask me how he manages to form like to have that effect happen on ground tile.
Yo!
It's just we 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 roll with it. Should have also had that show up behind Mario maybe? I don't maybe? Excuse me. No, no, that's fine like that. But he's jumping. Oh, he actually has blue in his eye now. So I used a different sprite sheet for this. Because that was meant to be like a green missile launching itself up. He's so excited he shoots up straight up, and a piece of the roof taking a sweet time to fall down actually. Cause like he's shooting straight up. How does this work actually? Cause like he shoots straight up, so like does he like flail his arms about and just falls on the ground? We don't see that part. You would think there would been like an extra sound effect for the piece of the roof hitting like the wall. It's going down. Just the ah! That was like the most creative use of the sprite in this whole scene. Just him swinging, like just him swinging off of the railing. And just looking at him, just worried for a second, thinking, he's like, "Oh, well, this thing just fell from the roof. Let's skit." It's I don't know where the idea came from, but it's and like this piece of the roof thing, it just kind of becomes a gag for a while too. Like at that point, it was just kind of like, how long can I keep the piece of the roof gag going? And it goes into the next scene, and it's beautiful, cause like he shows Yoshi the piece of the roof, and he's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But yeah, that's where I want to end this off right now. Like I love how I'm not even 5 minutes into the animation, and we spent 2 hours, 2.5 hours of analysis. But we had a lot of exposition going into it. 2 hours and 44 minutes. So yeah, that's way longer than I wanted to do. Oh, thank you. We got 5 likes. Let's go. Yeah, expect like a part two. I might even do it tomorrow in like proper daytime hours. But it would be after I know spend the priority time with the family. But yeah, I really appreciate anybody who was just chilling, like just vibing with me in the chat, just looking and listening, and just getting some insight about like what my mindset was, like what things were supposed to be for these two scene. Well, really for the scene and the intro. Well, the intros. It's like 3 intros. Yeah, I spent times on the intros, and then the scene, and then the letter, and then like the plot about like what the foreshadowing was and what that was supposed to mean for later on. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this. If you did, for listening. If you enjoyed any part of the stream, go ahead and smash that like button. Comment down below anything you would like to. Comment what you want to comment what you want me to address in the next part of this commentary analysis, because we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna finish up the rest of episode 1, part 1, and then I'm not sure if I'll get to if I get to the part 2 at the rate that I'm going with this, but the goal would be to do the part 1 and the part like finish part 1 and to do part 2 to do its proper analysis, because there's a lot to unpack there with the plot, which we talked a lot about in the anniversary of my channel video, but we can but I can shed some more light on it if possible. But yeah, we're done here for the night. So again, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Comment down below anything you would like to. Comment what you're looking forward to me talking about next for the part 2 of this analysis, for this anniversary commentary analysis. Let me know if you were actually like if you actually watched this when I first uploaded it years ago. And if you were actually a fan of it, because I would love to just hear what your thoughts were back then compared to now. And uh I didn't make proper questions to the stream. I forgot to actually edit those that are in there now, because the ones that are there are probably not really reflective of what this video is. But I'll edit those questions to the stream. Like the question of the stream really is just like what did you think of like what were your first impressions with Mario and Luigi Plan Z if you originally watched it back then, and then what do you think of the series? Like how do you think uh things hold up that you've seen so far? Of course, my favorite that we've covered is the intro, because like you see like the improvement just in that sequence alone. But I'd love to hear what you guys' input, after after this replay gets posted up there. And then if you are new here or been here for a while, just have yet to do me a huge favor and subscribe. At the moment, I have 638 subscribers. We are trying to hit that 750 goal by the end of the year. It's pretty big that I say it out loud now in December. But it'd be cool if we could even just hit 650. Um, like I would love to hit 650. If we could get 700, that'd be amazing. But like, just getting 650 is our next like small goal, and then the like the next mini goal, the next small goal is to hit 700, and then we get 750 was the end of the year goal to get three-quarters of the way to 1K. Because when we get 1K, that's where I really see that I'm really doing something on the channel. So if you like what I do, then consider subscribing, and I'll do my best to supply as much content as I can that you will enjoy. Because I have fun doing content whenever I get a chance to do it. Alright, but besides that, what else was I saying? Like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you have fellow enthusiasts of sprite animation. I would love to hear their input about like what do you think they would like to see, and like even in a quality of life improvement, like if this in this hypothetical remake I make of this episode, or like the intro, what what quality of life things would you like to see happen? Like, would you actually want to see Sonic and crew make like a cameo in here somewhere? Let me know in the comments. Like it wouldn't necessarily uh that wouldn't necessarily write them in. If you do say you want to see them in, I would just definitely consider it in a hypothetical remake of this episode. And but so with all those things said, links in the description below. I have a link to the Facebook page that supports this YouTube channel, and that page is there for if you want to check out my older streams, and if you want to be up to date on whenever I am having a stream in the works, or whenever I go live, I also share it over there on the Facebook side of things. So if you would like to like and follow that page, so you can stay up to date that way. Speaking of staying up to date with if you subscribe, be sure to ring that bell so you'll be notified the minute I go live next. And the other link in the description below is a link to my Discord server. If you want to hang out with me and the other cool people in a pretty chill environment, we talk about games and anime and memes and other such things. And it's also the main hub for my Yoshin monthly tournament series. Please consider joining the Discord server, because it's got all that stuff. It's faster access to me if you wanna talk off stream, and if you wanna just talk again with other cool people. and it's just the place to be to get the fastest updates before anybody else. If you join, we'll be more than happy to have you. And the last link I have in the description below, I think it's there. I might have to edit it in, but I do have a Twitch channel. I don't use it at all. I used it once to test SSF2, but I will be slowly migrating over to Twitch, probably into next year at this point, with mainly using that to stream all my gaming endeavors, like my live gaming endeavors, and then bring the clips over to YouTube. So follow me on Twitch if you wanna, be among the first to see when I finally make the migration over to the YouTube side of things. I would greatly appreciate it if you did. With all that said, I think I am done here. This has been Darshean Rhett, aka Rhettmaster969, signing out for now, but definitely not forever. Have an amazing rest of your night or day, depending on where you are, because it's 2:56 a.m. for me, 2:38 a.m. for me right now. It's late. I'm tired. I'm gonna get some food. Stay safe, please, in these times. God bless. Uh, Stay tuned for a follow-up where I will be finishing episode. I'll be finished covering episode 1 in this analysis style, and we'll go into part 2 as well, and we'll take a little look at the trailers and see what we picked and what our style was for trying to make a trailer as 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 a kid, and compared to now what I would do instead. But that's it for now. Once again, I'm tired. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Um, yeah, that was it. Thank you guys again so much for watching.